Hi, I'm Frank Rothermel. I'm a professor of strategy at Georgia Tech. I teach the MBA Core Strategy course. For a number of years, I also served as the course coordinator for a strategy course, and I'm also author of Rothermel 3E Strategy Management, Concepts and Cases. Yeah, I've been using the capstone simulation for a number of years, 3 or 4 years now. And what I noticed, the biggest problem I had was the knowing and doing gap. The students knew about strategy, they knew the concepts, but it didn't do strategy. And the capstone simulation really allowed me to close the gap between knowing and doing. And the students love to apply the concepts in a real-world setting, to use the strategy content to make sense of the information given in the simulation, and to help them to compete and to do things. It's been well received by the students, very highly scored, and I'm really happy I introduced it. When I first start with the simulation, I go through both individual and then group competitions. And business school students tend to be very competitive, and initially it's all about winning for the students, rather than having a focus on learning. However, the way I score students is on the degree of learning taking place, the delta in improvement. And so the big aha effects came with students who perhaps didn't do as well in the simulation, but learned a lot about how strategy is made and executed, and improved over multiple rounds of simulation, and really at the end of the semester cared more about what they learned than winning the game, so to speak. What has happened over the years, and this is the best feedback I have received, is from students that have gone into the professional world and then come back to me and say, you know what, thank you for letting us do the simulation, because it really helped me in my current job to think a lot more strategically, and it's been extremely valuable going forward. So the learning, beyond being a classroom exercise for busy work or grading, that the students see intrinsic value in doing this, this has been really rewarding for me. Without a doubt, the CAPSIM support team is incredible, extremely responsive, very professional, extremely knowledgeable. For a number of years, I did not use Capstone, even though my colleagues were raving to me about it. I was very busy, and honestly, I was a little bit intimidated by the simulation. I used one as a student, a different product, wasn't quite as good. And then in my first semester, I remember very well that we scheduled conference calls every week, basically, to get me ready for to go in the classroom, to make me look like a rock star. Now, after a number of years, I'm running on my own a bit more, but the support team has been huge in terms of building confidence and helping me to understand the mechanics and the deep working of the simulation. Not only for myself, but for my students. So I get emails that they can't do this, the students can't do that. And my first response is call CAPSIM or email CAPSIM, and they're blown away by their response.